Hello class, this video is intended to show you all the amazing resources that LaunchPad has for you to understand the material in this course. Not only does it have an interactive ebook, and not only are we going to be using the LaunchPad site for our online homework and extra practice problems, it also has several other help tools for you to understand the concepts from this course. So one way that you can reach these resources is by going to the Resources tab on the left-hand side of our course. Here you can search for different sections. You can also go to Resources and go to Content by Chapter. If you already know what type of content you want to see, you can go to Content by Type, but let's start by going to Content by Chapter. And from here you can scroll down, see the different sections. Let's suppose we want to go to Chapter 4, Scatter Plots and Correlation. That's something that you'll be working on. You can go to that section in the text, and you can either just click on Chapter 4 over here, but you can also go to these other resources. So here it will give you then the sections for the textbook, but then it will also give you some different icons. So Stat Tutor will be a great interactive way that you can understand new concepts. I highly recommend that you try one of these out. Basically, it goes through a lecture and then asks questions throughout the lecture to make sure that you understand the concepts for that course or that section. Snapshots is another way that you can understand a certain concept. The snapshots resources are extra videos that are a great way that you can get a deeper understanding of certain concepts. There's also several stat tutors for this section. If you go down and want to know a little bit more about correlation, you can actually do a statistical applet. So I highly recommend that you check this out. Go ahead and click on it, see what the application will do. This is a little bit more interactive where you can put in your own information. Again, there's more stat tutors for this section. Scrolling down, you'll also get more chapter exercises, a summary, more check your skills exercises or practice problems. And you'll also get a really great tool called Learning Curve. Learning Curve is a really awesome way that you can give yourself a little bit of extra quizzing on a certain section. So I highly recommend that you check these out, especially maybe right before the midterm or the final exam to see if you understand these concepts. So these are all different references or different resources that you can use through LaunchPad to better understand the material. So if you're like, hey, I just want some more practice problems, or I just need to see how to do this problem a little bit differently than it was done in the lessons or in the YouTube videos, then you can always come to these resources. If you wanted to do a different chapter, then you can go back up to Resources, go to Content by Chapter, and maybe you want to look at the section on sampling distributions. So if you go straight to Chapter 15, then you can check out the information on sampling distributions. So maybe it's been a while since you've seen sampling distributions, or perhaps we're just learning it for the first time. There's several other than things that you can look at here. Stat clips is a great one that you can check out. These are extra examples from these concepts, so you can see what those are all about. So there's several extra practice problems and extra resources that are available to you through LaunchPad. I highly recommend that you take advantage of these as they're really helpful and will just give you that little edge when it comes to taking the exam.